This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, a missing child from Miami, Florida, has been spotted at a Walgreens in Holton.
The FBI and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children have released this footage of the sighting. 6-year-old Jorge Jojo Morales Jr. went missing on August 27th when his father did not return Jojo after a scheduled visit. Investigators believe Jojo's father has been planning to disappear with his son for several months and also believe it's possible they could be in eastern Canada. The footage also showed his paternal grandmother, Lillian Pena. Both Morales Sr. and Pena are wanted on felony charges for interfering with custody and concealing a minor. There is a $25,000 reward for Jojo's safe return, and anyone with information is asked to contact authorities at 1-800-THE-LOST or the Miami FBI field office at 754-703-2000.
Well, the fire marshal's office says a man died after setting himself on fire at a Big Apple convenience store in Poland early this morning. Investigators determined that a 68-year-old man drove in and parked next to the pumps. He then removed a gas pump handle and poured gasoline on himself. After walking a short distance away, he apparently lit himself on fire. An employee ran outside and extinguished the flames, but the victim died as a result of his injuries. The chief medical examiner in Augusta has been notified, and the man's remains will be examined at a local funeral home.
Business owners are calling on Bangor City Council to address the growing problem of homelessness. A.J. Douglas spoke to business owners who say they're fed up.
It is so bad right now. You saw my examples of what we're looking at outside my store window.
Monday, downtown Bangor business owners expressed their frustrations with the disturbing behavior from homeless community members to the Bangor City Council.
It's been going on for a couple of years now. I've been assaulted 3 times the last month coming out of my business in the mornings by people stealing stuff in my yard.
I mean, disgusting. People defecating right there. Customers who have told me that they're afraid to come downtown to shop.
Needles that are around my studio are plenty.
Rick Fournier, chair of the Bangor City Council, explained that the city has a homeless response plan developed by the Government Operations Committee, which provides resources to the growing homeless population. The City Council notes the complexity of the issue likely means solutions will take time.
And we do have a plan. It can't be implemented just overnight. It's a coordination and it's a community effort.
Business owners shared a few suggestions with the council.
We need some kind of immediate task force or something to get over this.
I definitely feel like the needle exchange in downtown is an issue and only maybe makes the problem worse for the users.
No camping, and float the idea of using the former COVID testing facility out there on the base. Put some toilets and showers in that building. Let them out there, let them put the services there and put them there.
Those interested in learning how the city is working to address housing insecurity can attend Government Operations Committee meetings in person or online on the first Monday of each month. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Governor Mills encouraged students to get out and vote during a rally at the University of Maine today. She was joined by Representative Lori Osher, former State Senator Emily Kane, and State Senate candidate Mike Tipping. They discussed the importance of Election Day and why the voices of college students matter.
It really fired me up, and I think there are a lot of real-life issues that affect, everyday people here. So it's very good to hear someone like Janet Mills talk about that.
Well, Governor Mills will continue her tour of Maine campuses throughout the week. Election Day is Tuesday, November 8th. Polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And back in August, the Biden administration boasted that 5 minutes online could save eligible scholars up to $20,000 in student loan debt. But President Biden's student loan forgiveness package is temporarily on hold. The program would give up to $20,000 for borrowers and loan forgiveness for Pell Grant recipients and $10,000 to those who did not qualify for the Pell Grant. Individuals earning less than $125,000 in 2020 through 2021 and families earning less than $250,000 within that same time frame qualify for the loan forgiveness. Several attorneys general in Republican-led states have rejected the loan forgiveness package by suing the Biden administration. Despite the initial lawsuit being thrown out, the 8th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals temporarily paused Biden's loan forgiveness package.
I think that it's probably just a temporary pause, and I do feel as though they are going to be able to move forward with this. It really is once in a lifetime. You know, this has never happened before, and you know, if students qualify for this, it can have a major impact on their future.
Tabor says she hopes this historic forgiveness package will boost the conversation for student loan reform.
If you traveled along Route 2 on your way to work or school this morning, you may have seen a pedestrian carrying the American flag. Kip Nelson of Bangor walks from Herman to Holden every October 25th in memory of his brother Mike. Nelson says his brother Mikey was a Vietnam vet and former Bangor firefighter who unfortunately took his own life.
And he used to do this down on 1A. He lived on 1A, and he'd walk that for his exercise and for his patriotic demeanor, which he had. He was very patriotic.
Nelson comes from a long line of veterans. He said walking approximately 12 miles today in memory of his brother was both an honor and a privilege. A great way to recognize his brother there.
Yeah, I certainly wish he would have had, you know, a slightly nicer day to do it, but certainly it wasn't going to stop him either way. So,
yeah, absolutely. And things did clear up for us throughout the day, though. Definitely a lot wetter towards the beginning of the day, but looking a lot clearer later on.
Right. And on that note, let's take a first look at our forecast and see what else is coming our way.
All right, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather is brought to you by GRF Real Estate Company, and I thought upper 60s today, but here we are with a 71-degree high temperature today. A bit cooler around the area, but who cares, right? With temperatures back in the 60s to low 70s today, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Lots of clear skies out there now. There will be some cloud cover across the area tonight, and also there is some dense fog still in the area with those low clouds and drizzle around in spots. But overall, our next system gets in here later on tomorrow. It's going to be a wet one as we have rain back in the forecast tomorrow afternoon, and that rain could be locally heavy tomorrow into early parts of Thursday morning. Our forecast, though, tonight, is partly cloudy skies, mostly cloudy skies at times, and some dense fog in there with low temperatures down near 60. Your full forecast is coming up.
So some warm overnights for this time of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, a professional photographer travels across Maine's coastal communities to capture the stories of lobstermen and their families.
And we'll introduce you to a local couple whose leather creations are gaining some attention. All of those stories and more when ABC 7 News at 6 comes right back.
A Day in the War on the Middle Class by Jared Golden and the Democrats. That day, Jared Golden voted to raise taxes on low and middle income Americans, double the size of the IRS, drive up home heating and gas prices, and empower new regulators who will hurt Maine's lobster industry.
But it's not too late to do something about it.
Yeah, we can stop their war on the middle class. Defeat Jared Golden. The NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Jared Golden took money from an anti-lobstering group.
You know, the other day we're hauling and everybody was saying, so why did Jared Golden take this money?
Because he's a politician, and that's what politicians do.
He's funded by the very people that could put an end to our entire industry.
Shutting the lobster industry down would be devastating for the people of Maine.
If you cared about Maine and you were for the fishermen, you would have immediately give that money back. It was literally like a big kick in the nuts.
Congressional Leadership Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
The Biden agenda in Washington is hitting Mainers with historic inflation, and Janet Mills is making things worse. Under Biden and Mills, Mainers will pay 72% more on home heating oil. And with family budgets already stretched to the breaking point, Mills has stretched them even further, imposing a grocery tax that increases monthly bills by $60. Maine families simply can't afford Janet Mills. The top funder of Maine Families First is Thomas Klingenstein.
A Cadillac is more than a statement. It's a celebration of self-expression and a declaration of your independence. So choose to be bold and choose to be exactly who you are. Get 2.99% APR for 60 months on most 2023 Cadillac models. Visit Court Cadillac in Bangor.
I grew up homeless starting at age 11. I understand what it's like to struggle. Right now, senior citizens, our families, are struggling with high grocery bills, home heating oil prices, and electric bills. I get it. Janet Mills hasn't made it better. She's making it worse. Policies pushing high electric bills, home heating costs, considering gas tax increases, they are just wrong. With your vote, we can fix it.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Jonesport is taking a referendum question off its ballot 2 weeks before the November election. Our Matthew Jurancic explains.
The semi-dry town of Jonesport is looking to serve alcohol 7 days a week. The town was set to put 2 questions on its local ballot next month, but has to scrap one after discovering a mistake in the wording.
When the ballot came forward from our assistant, we signed the ballot in good faith, thinking that it was the exact same language that we had been using along. In fact, not only did our Board of Selectmen sign it, but also the town clerk signed it, and it went to ballot, but there was a Scribner's error in that final version that was not picked up on.
The error was made in the second ballot question where it's supposed to say, quote, shall this municipality authorize the state to issue licenses for the sale of liquor to be consumed on the premises of licensed establishments on Sunday, end quote. Instead of, quote, shall this municipality authorize the state to issue licenses for the sale of liquor to be consumed on the premises of licensed establishments on all days, including Sundays, end quote.
That's the way that it's worded right now, and it shouldn't be worded that way. It should be just worded on Sundays, because the first covers Monday through Saturday.
According to Milliken, Jonesport's residents can buy alcohol at local businesses but cannot consume liquor at dining establishments. Stewart's grocery owner Clifford Norton was unsure whether the question would even pass.
Well, other than me just finding out about this, I kind of felt that the Sunday question was going to get possibly defeated anyways.
Despite this question not making it on this year's ballot, Milliken sees approving the sale of liquor as a step in the right direction.
We need to provide our business owners with every avenue of revenue. Alcohol is a big source of revenue for a lot of restaurants.
And local businesses like Jonesport Pizza Shop would be on board should the town be able to serve alcohol on Sundays.
I think it would be a great idea. We have a lot of people that come in on, through the summer months and want to sit down and have a drink and eat. And we just actually invested in some picnic tables for out back and out front, and I think it would be great.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Award-winning photographer Cheryl Clegg is capturing the lives of Maine lobstermen and their families with her camera. This Boston-based photographer has been capturing images in what she calls her family portrait series all along Maine's coast to bring attention to the fight between lobstermen and the restrictions that have been imposed on them by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. She'll be in Stonington on Thursday with a few ideas planned to snap some new pictures of businesses, family portraits, and fishermen at work. She says her photos help to shine a light on a serious issue with thousands of lobstermen and women at risk of losing their livelihoods. You can check out her pictures blog on her website, cleggphoto.com.
Well, switching gears now, a Newport family has talent by the bagful. Jerry and Janelle Fox are the owners of Janelle Bags, a luxury leather handbag company they created together. And as Jody Hersey tells us, the couple is living proof that the city and country life can coexist.
Nestled among single-family homes and apartments on Elm Street in Newport, you'll find Janelle Bags, a high-end handbag leather company owned by Janelle and Jerry Fox.
have a lot of people walk in and go, oh, it looks like New York City. And I'm like, yay, because it's kind of fun to bring a little bling into the country sometimes, you know.
The Foxes opened their Newport store last year, where they offer handbags, wristlets, and wallets in a range of colors and prices. Their products are also available online.
Color is kind of one of my big things. Like a lot of leather bag industries focus more on like neutrals and stuff, and that is one thing I hear from my customers a lot. Like they love the color variation because it's not easy to find. So when I'm shopping for leather, I'm always looking for great colors.
Janelle Bags is not just for women. They have men's products too.
I do make a men's bifold wallet, and I try to get a very high quality, 100% leather, no synthetics in there. It's not a skim of leather over top of a fabric.
The Foxes, who also homeschool their children while putting in hours at the shop, say they love working together as a family. Here, they are able to educate their kids in more ways than one.
It's such a feeling of satisfaction to see something I made serving a good purpose, and so I love it.
In Newport, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22.
So add that to your list of shopping destinations. They look great.
Yeah, love those designs, and I agree about the colors. They all kind of pop in their own way.
Absolutely. That pretty lavender color caught my eye a little bit.
Really cool.
Alrighty, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a familiar large yellow attraction has returned to Belfast waters. You might remember the joy it brought the last time it was around.
And in sports, the Black Bears are coming off a tough loss to Stony Brook, but as he's done all season, Joe Fagnano continued to shine. We'll have that story right after the break.
I served our country during the Gulf War. We were fighting for freedom in the Middle East. But in Washington, Bruce Poliquin would take away freedoms Mainers have earned. He voted for a nationwide abortion ban and said he supported changing the Constitution. Poliquin would allow politicians to stand between women and their doctors, even in cases of rape and incest. We didn't fight for our freedoms for politicians like Bruce Poliquin to take them away.
DCCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm Jared Golden, and I approve this message.
Veterans need a congressman who's got their backs. Jared Golden does. Jared's a veteran himself and worked with Republicans and Democrats to get the VA to build an inpatient facility in Maine to treat mental health and substance use disorders. Bruce Poliquin didn't have my back. Poliquin helped create a commission that wants to close VA facilities across Maine, forcing veterans to travel even further for VA care. Veterans can't trust Bruce Poliquin.
In Maine, it's always buying season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we carry new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Rams for your buying season. Here at Thornton Brothers, we'll help you find the right vehicle specifically for you to suit your lifestyle. As they say, the proof is in the performance. So come on over and test drive a real vehicle from a real dealership, or place your order with us and see why it really is buying season here in Maine. Thornton Brothers, Main Street, Lincoln.
Senator Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective. Since being elected, Joe has been a champion of our schools, students, and teachers. Joe Baldacci delivered full funding of all the public schools in Bangor and Herman. Joe Baldacci delivered on free in-school meals for all students in need. Joe Baldacci delivered on free community college to bolster the workforce skills of Maine workers. Joe Baldacci, hardworking, independent, and effective. Delivering results for Bangor.
I was a public health nurse for 29 years. I went into the homes of my neighbors, including many seniors, and cared for them. Then Paul LePage became governor, and everything changed. He kicked seniors off Maine's low-cost prescription drug plan. He cut a Social Security program when it was needed most, and even opposed Meals on Wheels funding. How cruel is that? We can't go back to Paul LePage.
The top funder of Better Maine is the Democratic Governors Association.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Body Graphics Tattoo and Piercing Studio. Visit us at our new location at 27 Bangor Mall Boulevard in the Mid-Mall, 478-7856.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start up in Orono. For Maine football, they are coming off of a tough loss to Stony Brook on Saturday, and they're gearing up for the final stretch of the season. At 2-5, the wins have not always been there this year, But one thing that's remained constant lately, Joe Fagnano and the success of the offense. Ryan Sudol has the story.
For Maine football, 2022 has been a roller coaster, and now a heartbreaking 28-27 loss to Stony Brook on Saturday.
Lost a little bit of momentum there coming out of the half, which we try to stress. We kind of let our foot off the gas a little bit, we can call it what it is.
But Saturday's game proved to be another showcase for the Black Bears' most constant presence, senior quarterback Joe Fagnano.
Every aspect, from throwing to knowing the defense, his preparation and everything, he's A+ in all those categories.
Just his effort and his ability to scramble, find the open man, get the ball to him, really takes command on the field.
Fagnano threw for a career-high 314 yards this weekend, and he has 700 passing yards and 5 touchdowns his last 3 games. But don't just go thanking him.
They go under my name, but as a whole, the offense, those are all the offensive numbers. So really it's just been a full, whole improvement on that side of the ball.
One of these key improvements comes from Fagnano's top target, Sean Bowman. The senior tight end had 130 receiving yards against Stony Brook.
The trust is there. I'm always trusting him that he's going to be where he's at. Maybe I might not be looking his way, but I know, in the back of my mind, he's going to be where he needs to be.
With these key pieces on offense, the Black Bears have scored over 30 points a game their last 3, and they'll need every bit of that offense as they play number 17 Richmond at home on Saturday.
Get some takeaways on defense. We got to limit the amount of explosive plays on defense. We got to be aggressive on offense.
We're going to have to score points. They're a good team on both sides of the ball. That's why they're one of the top teams in the country. So we're going to have to play some of our best football and for all 4 quarters.
For Fox 22 ABC 7, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Looking forward to that game on Saturday. 2 ranked opponents in a row for the Black Bears. Rhode Island the next week. Let's stay on the subject now of Maine football. And Black Bears star and Maine's own Andre Miller is back on the field with the Giants. Miller, who was a standout at Old Town High School and at the University of Maine, has been re-signed by the New York Giants and will be joining their practice squad. Miller reportedly impressed at training camp with New York, was very close to making the team, before suffering a broken wrist and requiring surgery. He'll join what is kind of a depleted tight end unit over in New York, with Daniel Bellinger reported to miss some time there, so there's definitely a chance for Miller to get to see some NFL time this season. All right, let's move on to some high school sports now. Quarterfinals kicking off this week. Let's checking out some girls soccer down in Pittsfield. Patriots from Panquist, they are visiting the unbeaten Huskies of MCI. Huskies up 1 here. Skyla Dean on the corner kick. She's going to get it to Olivia Varney here. She finds Emma Burr, who gets around the defense and fires it home. That makes it 2-0 MCI. So Huskies building an early lead, but Brooklyn Decker was strong in net all game long. She makes the nice high save here off of the shot from Morgan Jensen. And then later she is in just the right place at the right time to turn Varney away. Penk was hanging tough early, but MCI was tougher. Here's Varney now with the left, off the crossbar, right back to Burr, who fires it in. And then the same duo would get together again. Here's Burr now, who finds Varney, who's going to find the back of the net. The Huskies win this one big, and they advance to the semifinals. It's a big win there down in Pittsfield. That is all the time we have for sports right now. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You'll make the drive, we'll make the deal. And okay, so look at this. 71 here today, 66 in Millinocket, 62 for Greenville. Well above average temperatures today and for tomorrow and probably for Thursday before a change gets in here on Friday. Not a record. Again, 71. The record is 77. Millinocket a bit cooler, but overall a very nice fall day today with the wind hardly there at all. That will change a bit tomorrow. That is going to give us some dense fog, though, again tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Okay, so going forward, we're talking about more rain in the forecast as well. Visibility already reduced across our region as the low clouds move back in with the added moisture, with some dense fog out there tonight into tomorrow morning and pretty much throughout the day tomorrow. Now, we did get a little bit of rain the last 24 hours. Not a lot, just a little. We got a big break in the action out there right now, followed by the return of what could be some potentially heavy rainfall for us about this time tomorrow. But for now, there's some partly cloudy skies out there, some fog out there, and a few areas of drizzle too, so kind of a wide variety across the entire region right now. But our next system is just to the west of us, moving in our direction. That's going to give us rain chances tomorrow, going up pretty much all day long. After a nice start tomorrow, look for increasing clouds and then rain throughout tomorrow night. Let's walk it through. So Futurecast shows this evening, looking at cloudy skies back in the forecast. Here's tomorrow morning, 7:30 or so. Cloudy skies, some drizzle around, nothing heavy tomorrow morning. But then, look at that, a big slug of moisture gets in here tomorrow. Here's about 5:30 tomorrow afternoon and evening. Looking at lots of heavy rain showers across our area. Some lightning and thunder in there as well. Let's walk you through that. So arriving about midday tomorrow, then quickly dropping off by tomorrow evening. And by Thursday morning, we're dry again and likely staying the dry then into the weekend. Our forecast then for tonight, though, is cloudy skies with dense fog out there. There could be some drizzle in there as well, but overall very foggy. Look for not so low temperatures down here, 57, with that southeast breeze around 5, going calm after midnight. Now for tomorrow, so afternoon showers and a couple of storms out there, non-severe. It'll likely take until midday to get here, the weather tomorrow afternoon. High temperatures back in the mid, even upper 60s tomorrow, some sunshine tomorrow morning. But again, the rain could be locally heavy, and the storm drains are probably full of leaves right now, so be wary of that if you're traveling around the area tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows rain, likely a couple of thunder showers in there tomorrow, ending tomorrow night. Some cloud cover on Thursday, 68, but then a sneaky cold front comes through Thursday evening. That's going to change temperatures for Friday. We're talking highs Friday in the mid-50s and kind of hanging out there Saturday. A gorgeous weekend, plenty of sunshine with temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s.
Nice to see that nice, calm, cool weather coming back our way.
Yeah, feeling a lot more realistic for this time of the year.
Absolutely.
All right, well, there's still more to come after the break, so stay with us.
I would love to retire. The truth is, because of Joe Biden and Jared Golden's policies, there is no way that I can retire. What Jared Golden does and what Jared Golden says are 180 degrees apart. When Jared Golden goes to D.C., he votes the party line. Gas prices, our groceries. Jared Golden's votes are definitely making inflation worse. We need to make a change. We need Bruce Poliquin.
I'm Bruce Poliquin, and I approve this message.
We're paying more for food, gas, and rent. But Janet Mills wants to take even more of our money. Mills created a costly new grocery tax. Mills tax could cost us almost $60 more per month. Mills wants to raise the gas tax even higher. And thanks to Janet Mills, we're paying more to heat our homes. A lot more. We can't afford 4 more years of Janet Mills. The top funder of the Maine Republican Party is the Republican Governors Association.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Scudic & Bloom, a full-service, custom-designed florist, Main Street in Winter Harbor.
We can deliver one-of-a-kind, full-color flower arrangements
by custom floral designer me, Pam.
Delivering to Ellsworth and surrounding areas for any occasion.
Please visit scudicandbloom.com or call 844-SCUDIC.
Do you have leaky pipes? Are you planning a plumbing job? Is your heating system working right? Are you designing a plumbing project? Then contact Harley's Plumbing and Heating Plus.
If your toilet will not flush, Harley will be there in a rush. Furnace bit the dust today. Harley crew is on the way. Harley Plumbing, Harley Heating.
990-2200.
Call now.
Harley!
Call or visit online.
A Day in the War on the Middle Class by Jared Golden and the Democrats. That day, Jared Golden voted to raise taxes on low and middle income Americans, double the size of the IRS, drive up home heating and gas prices, and empower new regulators who will hurt Maine's lobster industry.
But it's not too late to do something about it.
Yeah, we can stop their war on the middle class. Defeat Jared Golden. The NRCC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Tonight, the growing number of children in the hospital. Why the spike? Plus, just 14 days until the midterms. Which party will control the House? Which will control the Senate? For the election, Americans turn to the #1 newscast on all of television. World News Tonight with David.
Welcome back. Northern Light Eastern Maine Medical Center is getting into the Halloween spirit. Medical center employees from across different departments are participating in a friendly competition, a pumpkin painting contest. All of the pumpkins can be found in the Penobscot Pavilion lobby at the hospital. Get ready to be amazed by the creativity of the decorations, and there's even a Jurassic-sized pumpkin that they say has swept the competition.
Alrighty, well, Joy has returned to Belfast Harbor. The large inflatable duck, called Joy, that is. The duck appeared last August out of nowhere, and it reappeared sometime over the weekend to the delight of many residents. Now, those passing by will notice this new yellow duck has the words Greater Joy written right on it. Its color and size makes it pretty hard to miss when traveling near the harbor.
I love the humor, the brightness, the cuteness, and the location. I mean, it's in with a load of boats. Very unexpected.
Well, no one knows for sure who is responsible for the appearance and reappearance of the inflatable rubber duck in Belfast or just how long it's going to remain there. But while it's there, folks certainly seem to be enjoying it. Very cool. And I love ducks.
Yeah, and I like her take on it. You know, it's whimsical, it's fun, you know, it's not harming anyone.
It's unexpected.
It's unexpected. Yeah, it's just a fun thing.
It's
very
just great.
cool.
It's a nice distraction. All
Exactly.
right, folks. Take care and have a great night.
Good night, everyone.